Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a skirting detail line family. There's multiple ways you can do a skirting family. For instance, you can add a wall sweep to the walls. You can do it via model in place system with a sweep. But today we will be focusing on the detail line aspect, the same as our soffit joint line, which we did in a previous video. If you have not checked out that video, I will add a pop-up so that you can see how we created that, which allows us to schedule that soffit joint. Let's go ahead and get started with our detail line. So we're going to have a nested family, which means it's two in one. So first we're going to go File, Open, New, Family, and we're going to scroll down to Generic Model Line Based. I'm going to go Open. I'm going to leave that here for now, and then we're going to go again, File, New, Family, and we are going to go with a generic model, just metric generic model. If we open that up, I'm going to go Extrusion, and I am just going to create a okay, that did not lock in. I'm just going to create a rectangle. I'm going to lock this on this line, and I'm going to lock this on this line, and I'm just going to add some simple dimensions. So this one I want to be 10. The length does not make a difference, and our extrusion end, I'm going to set that to 100. I'm going to finish this family. I am just going to go File, Save as Family, and I'm going to call this Skirting Generic Model, and I'm going to load this family into our other family which we have open at this stage. So I'm just going to place this right here. Go AL. Okay, so we didn't need to create it in here. Apologies. My mind is having a lot of things regarding projects on their mind with the soft joint that we just did and everything. So I'm gonna go create in this family that we've originally opened for the first time. Go extrusion and just create a rectangle like we did in the previous family. And I'm going to lock these in place. And I'm going to add a simple dimension because we want this at 10. And now I'm going to go to my Manage tab, Object Styles, New, and call this SK01. Going to give it a nice weight of 5. 5. Line color. We can't use magenta because our soffit joint line is magenta. So let's go with orange and dashed pattern. So I'm going to go apply and OK. I'm going to go create model line, and I'm just going to check for 400 and drag it like that. So I forgot to select a better line. I'm still in extrusion. Hey, cancel. Going to delete that again. Let me just recreate this extrusion. I forgot to close off or finish the extrusion model. Align, lock, 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 and set this to 10 and 100 on our extrusion. Go apply and OK. There we go. Manage object styles. New SK01. Set my thicknesses again. Orange. And this is a dashed line. Apply. OK. Create model line. Select my line and I'm going to draw it in. Remember, after you've created your line style, to go to your subcategory and select that line that you have just created. So now I'm going to go AL again because this line we want it locked to move it with our skirting. Locked. So I'm going to go File, Save As Family. I'm going to call this SK01. And I'm going to load it into my project or my project template file because I want this to be in my template so that my views are set up every time I open up a new project. So this now will fall under component. You'll see it sitting there. So I'm going to drag it in between these walls. As you can see, it is currently showing nicely that that wall has a skirting. So now I'm going to go select this just to see edit type. We know it's SK01. But now we want to create a schedule so we know what we need to add. So I'm going to go schedules, new schedule and quantities. This is a generic model that we have created. I'm going to go OK. We want the type image because sometimes we have more than one and they will normally have different colors provided to the different types of skirtings we have. We want the type comments and we want the description for now. I'm just going to move my type comment down to the bottom, or you can place it at the top, it doesn't matter. So now I'm going to go filter by, we need to put in type mark as well. Type mark, because that is our identifier. And let's go filter by type mark and change this to contains sk.0. So sorting and grouping, we can go, just leave that for now. We want grand totals. We don't want to itemize. Let's itemize every instance for now. Formatting, that is fine. Okay. And there we have our schedule. So let's give it a name. Skirting schedule. Just waiting forever to load it. Okay, there we go. There we have our skirting schedule. So now on this floor plan, I'm going to put my schedule over here so that I know this sheet is for showing skirtings. So now we want I'm just going to move this up and I'm going to quickly rotate it. So for this, I'm going to take a screenshot of our line. Just going to go click on it again, edit type, see if we can. Type image is grayed out, so I will have to go edit family, properties. You'll see identity data type image, and here we are going to add our schedule. The screenshot that we've just taken. Let's find pictures, screenshots, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to my image. Okay, so here we can go type comments. Skirting, just to keep it in the family. Go apply and okay. Just going to load it into project so that if something's not right, we can always double check it. Okay, so we won't see it here now because now we need to create shared parameters again to allow it to schedule. So let's go manage shared parameters. I've already created this. So if we go create, you just create the name. Mine is skirting, as you can see. And then you'll go groups. You'll click on new and enter skirting again, as it is saying there. And then we're going to go new length, two new length parameters, and it's called total length and total length plus wastage. So I'm just going to hit OK. And now I'm going to go back into my family. And I'm going to go click on family types. And now we're going to load in those parameters. So click on new parameter, shared parameter, instance parameter, and we are going to select total length. Okay, and I'm going to do the exact same for total length and wastage. So this one equals this. So let's type in length, and this one is length times 1.15. Whatever the standard for wastage allowance in your country is, you can add that in here. Here in South Africa, it's normally between 10 to 15%. So I'm just going to go apply and OK. And once again, load it into my project. And I'm just edit type to see, okay, type image is in, type mark. We need to add our SK01. Let's add a description as well. Let's say it is a 10 by 100 millimeter tile skirting. Go apply and OK. And there we have it showing up. So now we need to work on our schedule again. I'm just going to open this and I am going to place it down here so we can see the updates our schedule is doing. So I'm going to go back to formatting, type comments. I do not want to see that because we know it's a skirting schedule. I'm going to select hidden field and there it is hidden now. So now we want to see our total length and total wastage. So let's go back to fields, scroll down until you get to T, and we can just move those over, go OK, and there it has updated. I'm just going to close the schedule down. So now we can use this one family. Let's go and create it, put it in this little room. I use it there, click it, CS for create similar, and I'm going to add it like this. So the room has 4 walls and then it will equal 4 skirtings. So as we can see, this is currently updating by every instance and we don't want that. We can open up our schedule, go sorting and grouping, and go sort by. Firstly, we want to sort it by type mark to keep it SK1, SK2, SK3, whichever the case. And unclick itemize every instance. If we go OK, you'll see that our total lengths are now in variables. So to fix that, we need to go to formatting, total length, calculate totals, total length and wastage, calculate totals. We can go OK, and there we have our totals. To add back the unit of measurement, we can go to formatting again, total length, field format, untick projection settings. You can say, let's say we want to use meters and meter, go OK. And let's do the same for total length. Add our symbol. And there it is in meters. I like to work in millimeters. So I'm just going to change this back to millimeters. Okay, and there we have our millimeters. So if I go, just put this back down here, you'll see that it has now updated. So for instance, I'm going to recreate another little room over here. I'm going to tag it and I'm just going to call it bedroom 1. And I'm going to reuse my tile skirting. For instance, this house has the entire same skirting throughout. So there we have bedroom 1 with 4 as well. And it has updated, but now I would like to know bedroom 1, because when we're on site and now my wife wants to change the skirting for this 1 bedroom. So let's go to our schedule, go fields, select available fields from, we want a room, and then we're going to go room name, add that in. So now we are going to go formatting room name. That is also a hidden field, because now we're going to go sorting and grouping and group this. Then after the type mark, we want it to be grouped by room name. Let's just give it both a header, add some blank lines, and now it has been split. So let me just go change this to bedroom 2, bedroom 1, and bedroom 2. And there we have our skirting schedule sorted per room that we are doing in our project. I hope this helps you with your documentation. There's one more thing before we end the video. Let's add our totals per bedroom over here, should you have more than one skirting. I'm going to go back to my skirting schedule, sorting and grouping. And let's see if it's this one. No. Footer, footer. There we go. So now we know we've got in bedroom 1, we've got 4 skirtings, and that equals to that amount. So if you start working with different skirtings, the total length per skirting will show there, but this will then just be the total for that room. I hope this helps you out. Let me know in the comments which detail item or anything else in Revit you would like to learn the South African way, and I will try my best to make a video about it. See you in the next one.